Hi everyone, I'm Robin Sherbarth with the Legend Butte Sale, and I'm here in Valentine, Nebraska with Howard and Joslyn White, and they are bringing us two home-raised horses, a 3-year-old filly and a 4-year-old gelding. So Joslyn, tell us a little bit about the family of these horses. Both of you have raised multiple generations here.
Well, we had some mares when we were first married, and then bought a stallion. It was a Mr. Pepiolina, and he was Doc Slinks and Docalina and everything, a black stallion. And so he was the base. He's the sire of pretty much my mare band. And when we lost him, we were looking for another stallion, and so we went with it's a grandson of Play Gun, and his mother's by Patty's Irish. So these guys are by that horse.
Wonderful. Well, when you look at the papers, you see those recognizable names, but then when you put it into action, Howard, when you're using these horses at the sale barn or on the ranch, tell us a little bit about how they ride and how those papers translate to real life.
Well, I've got a little more maturity, so I'm able to get along with them. They do the job at the sale barn. You know, I'm in pen back, so you follow cattle back, that kind of thing. I get along with them well, I guess. I try to get something that's gentle and that's broke, and you can move the body parts on them. Because as we get older, let's be honest, us old guys need what we think kids need anymore, and those horses are hard to find. So that's what I try to do. Try to get a nice horse, get a gentle horse, something that I can get along with. I'll use a mounting block to get on them, all that kind of stuff. It's just when you get old, you just use those things.
So today we watched the horses move around a little bit, and one thing that really stood out to me is, although these are riding horses too, tell us about the foundation and the groundwork that you're putting on these horses to set them up for success the rest of their lives.
I'm a believer in groundwork. And I have to admit, I started learning stuff from Pirelli, and then I moved into Clinton Anderson, and the groundwork is key. That's where it's all at, and I don't think you can do enough groundwork. I try and do it every day, and I don't get on a horse. Even my regular horses, I move them out on groundwork, get them to where I can circle them both ways, kind of move their front end, move their hind end, and it's just, so I use a lot of groundwork before I get on them every day. I just don't get on one without doing groundwork.
I think that's really important for their future and keeping them safe and sound to start with. So, Joslyn, these horses could go in so many different directions. Tell us about some of the disciplines that your horses have excelled in over the years.
Well, our son started the Play Gun Patty's Irish Cross stud and showed him, and he actually has points and was top 10 at the World Versatility Show at the Lazy E 2 years in the amateur.
Wow.
And so, but everything we've had from the beginning, the boys used them in 4-H, they team roped on them, and we didn't buy them horses, they rode what we raised. So that is kind of key to me.
Well, and that's very special too. So folks, we are really excited for the Whites to bring you two young, well-built, well-bred horses that can go on and excel for the rest of their lives. So stay tuned. The catalog will be out, and you can see these horses on June 27th in Crawford, Nebraska at the Legend Butte Sale. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.